All right, guys, here is a couple things that I'm just not in love with, maybe one or two that I actually started to like about the Milwaukee that I didn't think I would love. Number one, this is going to be kind of simple and sounds easy, but this adjustment for height works really well, arguably too well. As you can see, I scratched this right here, which who cares? We just scratched it, right? But what was happening was I was circling this tree. Now, arguably you should say, why are you mowing around a tree that tight? But I was mowing around a tree that tight. And when I was mowing around, the bar hit right here. And I thought to myself, wouldn't it be funny if it lowered itself a notch? And I moved on with life, not thinking of anything. And it lowered itself a notch, which kind of lowered itself to the lowest notch. So that's something you just should like pay attention to more than I did, because I had half full on at one height and then half full on at another height. Flipping this thing on its side is the second thing that kind of annoys me a bit. If you can see, I haven't cleaned this in probably 2 times lawn mowing. But when this area right here gets any wet grass in it at all, although this is easy to pull out right now, when it's wet and new, this stuff just stays in there. And it's just a manufacturing process that they use here, but I really wish they would cover this up so this grass wouldn't get stuck in here like so. I just think that's one thing that I didn't have to worry about on the Makita. I can't speak about Terry's Ego because I didn't really look at it from that perspective, but the grass buildup in here is it's just not well thought out. You can tell it's kind of their first attempt at a mower for this stuff. And again, it comes out super easy right now. But it's just one of those things that I wish would be a bit of a different change. Number 3 we got going on here. This one, this sounds stupid, but it's true. Right here where we had the Milwaukee, the opening for the bag actually came back a little bit, like right here. So if I saw something like a pine cone, or I pulled a weed or something and I was bagging, I could take it, flip this open, drop it right in there, and it would be in the bag. I wouldn't think about it. It's a little feature that you can just tell, again, was a first pass from Milwaukee, and I don't think it would change the way it bags. And it was just a nice feature for me. I still like getting this one on and off the bagging better than the Makita, but overall, yeah, this is just real world kind of niggly stuff. I think those are the main 3 things I'm not truly in love with. Things that have shocked me that I like. Oh, one more thing that I'm not a big fan of. I know why they do it. If you are going backwards, say you're backing up down a thing and you hit the go button on this piece right here, if it feels too much pressure against it, it'll actually stop and you'll have to re-engage it. Obviously that's a safety. It just never happened with any of my other mowers. And at first it was kind of weird, and it's a bit sensitive in my opinion. There's no reason it should do it sometimes, but that's about the things I don't like about it. Things that I thought I wouldn't like is the same controller. I thought I wouldn't like this, but when you're going up to an area, like say right here, and you're doing a line, and usually I'll have 3 lines traversing, but you're doing a line, it's a lot easier just to hit you already have this down, to hit this button and walk it away before you can get behind it, than trying to grab the whole other bail bar on like a Honda or a Milwaukee, or a Makita, excuse me. And I just thought I wouldn't like that. And honestly, I've really come to appreciate that little bit of capability. Again, I thought I wouldn't like just the regular blade as much with this as I do. And as we've seen in my previous videos, I bought a high lift blade. High lift blade didn't do a whole lot for me. Maybe it will in the fall when the tree leaves here come down, but it didn't do a whole lot for me. So I actually weirdly like the blade, the stock blade, better than I thought I would. Now, granted, it does need to be sharpened. If you guys want to see how I sharpen it, I got a tool that was pretty easy off of Amazon, and it's actually really easy to sharpen a blade on this thing. I haven't even needed to really balance it after that's done. So it's just a quick video to show you guys some of the things I found kind of just say niggly issues. Oh, one thing definitely like better, didn't think I would like it as much, is being able to, really hard to do this one-handed, flip this up and over and put this thing away. It's just so much easier to deal with than the other mowers. So all that said, that's what I'm going to show you today. Oh, that's a lie. That's a lie. One last thing. One more thing. I'm pulling a Steve Jobs. One more thing. Okay. I love having huge batteries. Love them. Absolutely do. What it doesn't do is it doesn't protect you against yourself. What I mean by that is, I've got kids, right? So many times I'll be out here mowing and you know, put the lawnmower away really quick. Dinner's done. I got to go in or whatnot. And I'll forget to put those batteries on the charger. And it's a little frustrating if you forget and don't come back. And then you have, you know, half charged batteries. So the one thing I will say I kind of appreciated about the Makita is that it had 4 batteries that came with it, and you could be rotate charging them as you're running it. These are great batteries, and honestly, I've never really had an issue except when it's really wet, and I've had it like high cut, like high RPM mode. Then it's struggled to get this lawn finished, but I typically never have an issue. But it's made me think about buying a couple, maybe 6 or 8 amp hour batteries, just to kind of be in the hopper in case I need them. I already have one 8 amp hour for my blower and my weed whacker, which honestly have been a great combination. The blower's been really good for just simple tasks. I almost consider just a simple broom. But yeah, that 8 amp hour I'm thinking of just matching another one to kind of get it done. So those are some things that I thought you guys might want to know about before purchasing one of these. Let me know if you find any of these things annoying as well. Feel free to like and subscribe if you'd like. Have a great day.